I'm here with Steph. Steph is 18 years old and you've had type 1 for how long, Steph?
I've had it for about 9 months at the moment. I got diagnosed last August and yeah, it's pretty much at the moment.
And the changes to your life have been?
It's mainly impacted my family, me, because I get really moody when I have lows. And I've lost lots of friends through it, which was probably the hardest thing.
So tell me how you lost your friends.
When I first got diagnosed, I wasn't ashamed to tell people that I was a diabetic, so I would show them how I would cope with it and like the hypo and what I'd do in a case of emergency, and they sort of laughed at me and ran away in a way. They just didn't want to know about it.
So by diabetic you mean type 1?
Yes, type 1, sorry, I do, yes.
And so your friends didn't understand, you tried to explain to them, you tried to get them to help you in case you needed help?
Yes, and I only had one friend really, and I was in year 12, so I wanted people to be my friend really. So yeah, it wasn't great, but...
So explain hypo. You mentioned if you have a hypo, what does that mean?
So that's when my sugar levels are down and I start getting symptoms of shaking, mainly shaking, and I get like this sort of butterfly feeling over my whole body, sort of like a tingling feeling. It's sort of scary because I know what it can end to, which is you can end to what Danii ended up, like severe hypo, and that sort of scares a little bit. But I normally pick up the symptoms early, but that can change in the long run. That really can change. So
it's affected you, the family, your friends. So you're running a CGM now?
Yes, I am on a CGM now because I am under 21. But hopefully they have it funded by the time I'm 21, because I don't think I'd stay on it if that was the case, because it's just too expensive. I would stop, and I feel like that's hard for me because I would have been on it for 4 years or so, and then it's suddenly, because I can't afford it, it's taken away from me, which sort of isn't fair. It's not our fault we have it, and this is saving us. This is really, I've noticed a lot of change from people that are older than me who don't have the CGM. I notice I cope so much better than they do. Not saying I cope better, but I find it a lot easier to manage.
So the people without the CGM that you see who are older than 21,
yeah.
What is the difference for them?
With the CGM, you can see your levels go up and down. So you can see the graph of it, where if I went back to finger pricking, I can't see the graphs, and so you sort of get more... you get more control of it by seeing the graph, seeing where you go high, go low, so you know. So it's more, you get more control of it in general. And then the pump helps as well, but I'm not on that yet, but I'm planning on it.
Okay, now, the Jelly Bean Cruise is coming up.
Yes.
And you've won a scholarship for that?
I have, yes.
So what does that mean? What do you expect to happen on the cruise?
I've heard lots and lots of things about the cruise and how so many people have benefited out of it, even if they've had type 1 diabetes for 20 years longer. They learn so much from it. So I'm sort of hoping to bring back things that I can teach my partner and my mum and my sister, so that they understand as well, and for me to understand more and learn about new technology. Really, that's the main thing.
You will be learning. I promise you, on the cruise, you will be learning, and you should be looking forward to it. And congratulations on the way that you've handled everything. Steph, everybody.